How will the banking crisis affect the real estate market? Well, a couple of things are for certain. One is that lending standards will tighten. This actually does the jobs Fed for them in terms of tightening financial market conditions. So, as you imagine, a lot of smaller banks are responsible for a large amount of the especially commercial real estate sector's lending, and for example, multifamily homes and such, but also for single family homes, condos, etc. as well, especially in certain markets that are more nuanced, such as South Florida, where a lot of buildings perhaps have 558 litigation. It's not so vanilla that maybe a Chase can finance as easily. So you're going to, first of all, see a pullback in lending, which is contractionary. And then, of course, you're going to have certain players exit the market completely. For example, even large banks such as Wells Fargo have recently announced that they're pulling out of the residential mortgage market, and they were one of the biggest players previously, except for their own clients. So you have the combination of big players pulling out and tightening credit standards, especially by all these small banks who are being hit hard by by the current banking crisis. And as a result, you're going to have less availability of credit. And keep in mind that something like 80% plus of all buyers use a mortgage to finance. So a combination of higher rates and tightening credit standards, so less loan availability, leads to, for sure, less transactions. And keep in mind, sellers at the same time, as we've said before, aren't going to want to take a significant haircut for the dramatic increase in rates, which some studies have said that it would take a 10 to 40% haircut in prices to make it ceteris paribus or equal for a buyer using financing due to the higher rates. So as a result, sellers probably aren't going to sell. As we discussed, you've had less credit availability. So most likely what usually happens during these situations is you have a freeze of the market, so fewer transactions. But of course, transactions will start filtering in as there are for sellers, and you will see a re-rating of prices, but it'll take some time. This is our view. Check us out, Hauseit.com, to learn more about how you can save money when you buy or sell property in New York or Florida. You can save all 6% when you sell with a Hauseit agent-assisted FSBO listing, and you can save 2% or more when you buy with a Hauseit